I introduce improvisation very early to my students, well before they even look at choreography. The trick is to get them moving to the music. But you need more than that to actually dance as improvisation. You need a little bit of structure. And so in this video, we're going to start looking at how you can add some structure to your improvisation. Hi, I'm Kashmir, and this video is aimed at those students who already have the basics of improvisation. They can move when they hear some music, they don't freeze, but you want to take them that extra step. If they're still at the bit where they're still wondering whether or not they can actually do it, probably the earlier video is a better choice. So, what do we need to think about? If we're going for performance, what sort of things do we actually have to add to our free, coming from the heart, just moving with my vocabulary type improvisation? It's quite a bit actually. Musicality is the big one. There's using appropriate movement vocabulary, so matching the music to the vocabulary. So Saidi for Saidi, Khaliji for Khaliji, etc. Next, we'd have the shape of the dance, the shape in both on the stage, how we actually use the stage, and also how we use it through time. And maybe levels, so we're also looking at some vertical movement there as well. And we mustn't forget how you interact with your audience. Now, all these aspects are important, and any one could be a very full workshop topic. So we're just going to skim the surface today. But I'm going to mention very quickly the appropriate movement one, because really I can't do that in a 5-minute video, so I might as well cover it here. When it comes down to it, matching the movement to the music and the costume to the movement to the music is an experience thing. And you get this through experience. You get this through being shown the correct links. You get this through watching the correct links. There's one problem here with some of the stuff people watch on YouTube, which is badly labelled, but not much you can do about that. And as a teacher, you get to show them, you know, here's this piece of Saidi music. I keep saying Saidi because it's easy. Here's a piece of Saidi music. Here are some typical moves that we'd actually use with this, and give them a variety so they don't get stuck thinking there's one true way, because there really is. Often there is moves that are not appropriate to a style, but apart from that, you've got quite a bit of variety. And the same thing comes with musicality. There isn't one true way to approach a piece of music and to dance to it. Otherwise, everyone's dances would be the same. So even within a small style, let's take modern Egyptian style. So we're looking at maybe 15, 20 years, a small geographical region. Every dancer is different, but every dancer has something that links them into that style. So you'd never confuse a modern Egyptian dancer, for example, with a Turkish dancer from the same era. Completely different styles. Okay, so musicality. To begin with, I suggest that you need to guide them through the music. Listen to the music with them and point out the things they may not have noticed. You want some music with a bit of texture, so I wouldn't use straight pop. Okay, so you want something with a little bit of texture, but you don't want it so complicated that they're going to get lost. In fact, in some of my beginner improv sessions, I might use the first minute of a track. I don't even use the whole track. So, but get something that's interesting, short, accessible. Start off by actually looking at it and saying, what's the structure? Oh look, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, a little twiddly bit bridge, chorus, verse, twiddly bit bridge, finale, or intro at the beginning. So you get this feeling of how the music is put together. So that's actually quite important. Are there accents? Are the accents strong? Are they deep? Are they high? How do the accents feel to you? what do you think would be a good way of expressing that accent? So some accents just call out for a nice big hip drop. Some accents are light, some of them are little flicks. They might even be a direction change or a focus change. So you need to think about accents and how you might tackle them. You need to think about the instruments. What instruments are being used in this piece? How does that instrument, played in that way, make you want to move? What's appropriate? What do you think is not appropriate? Can you recognise different rhythms? Now, you don't have to be able to name the rhythms. Even a lot of musicians in Egypt don't know the names of the rhythms, okay? That's a conservatory thing. But you need to be able to feel the rhythms. And you need to be able to say, oh, the rhythm's changed. So you need to have that sort of feel to the music too. And if appropriate, if a piece comes in with a particular folk style, maybe you need to point that out. But like I said, I wouldn't use really complicated musics with multiple folk styles for a beginner class. If you're actually improvising to a folk style, that's a whole different story, and that's a whole extra level of expertise, so let's not go there for the moment. In the next two videos, I'll be looking at some exercises you can use with your students to explore musicality.